do things here. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Welcome to Hell In. Welcome to Hell In. Got Phanto here with me. Welcome, Inverted. YND. Tech. How's everybody doing? We are in the middle of troubleshooting, getting our gameplays to behave. Because currently, it's setting me as player 1, even though Phanto's the host, and then he's not in the game at all, so that's cute. TMNT on the SNES costs too much. Correct.
Okay, so... Okay. Try and do your thing now.
Come on. Okay, so the controller... Let's kick us over to... There we go. Now you can all see the struggle. You can see the struggle live.
What is after this? One large dookie.
Make it to.
Oh, my kids are playing a joke on me.
Oh, my kids are playing a joke on me. One large dookie. Okay, here we go.
There we go.
Oops, I didn't want to be that guy.
Cancel it.
Okay, so the Steam Deck works, so let me slide my keyboard out of the way. I'm not allowed to play with a gamepad, so that's... I wish I could play with a gamepad. That'd be fun, but I'll play with the Steam Deck, it doesn't matter. I'm comfy, I'm cozy. How's everybody doing? Savon and Phanto, my raise should have got fixed and officially custom... Nice, dude. GG's.
Yo, congrats.
I will be Red
Wait,
Ninja.
no, not my bad. Yeah, congrats, YND. That's awesome.
Now, how you doing, Inverted? Kitsu, thank you for redeeming Dookie Soup. Oh, my kid is playing a joke on me.
And let me know whenever you're good to go.
I am good to go. I'm ready to jam-a-lamma ding-dong.
Oh, shit. What is my button now? Oh, that's different. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get used to the ninja again now, because I was just playing the gunner before.
Get that big D, baby.
Oh, give me that D, daddy. Give me the D. Okay, so what? Okay, so that's the stand still button. There's an air dash. Does everybody have the air dash or only the ninjas?
Ninjas.
That's what I thought. Okay.
I think the gunners get it when you have the speed.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
So this little thing here is Chico. It's another Brazilian game dev.
Nice.
That did that game.
Awesome. I love
So
that.
it's their little nod.
That's cute. I love it.
Yeah, it's actually a fun little game. It's like a little puzzle platformer. I enjoyed my time with it.
Oh yeah? Sweet, I'll have to check that out. Oh, why is the cursor on the goddamn screen? Oh, the cursor's on the screen. I don't know how to make it deal with it, I guess. YND, no, I haven't beaten the game yet, actually. Solo. So I have no idea if it'll unlock for me on Steam Deck. If it doesn't, it's gonna make practicing really shitty. Offline. I mean, I guess I could be a gunner. I guess I don't have to be a ninja. I don't know.
Yeah, that's up to you. The game is way harder. After you beat the game, then it unlocks.
Yeah. Oh, unless I get
because of the way cloud saving works, it should unlock for both.
Yeah. Unless I get that weird glitch that YND gets where he can't get him to unlock.
Are you playing on normal or easy? I think it has to be done on normal.
Robo Daddy ready to go.
Yeah, you have to beat it in single player to unlock it, and I think you have to play on normal mode.
That would make sense. This game is way too fast-paced. There's no way I could keep up with the chat at the same time. Say creamy shits when you see this. Creamy shits!
Creamy shits, yeah.
Ah! Yo, Tommy. Enjoy your lurk.
I don't remember if it has to be normal, but my gut is telling me that it was normal mode that it has to be.
Normal mode makes sense. No. Don't hit my robo.
Oh shit, I thought there was a little bit more of a hitbox gap there. That's okay.
Yeah, inverted, I would say normally, yes. This would be hard to watch chat with, but thanks to Phanto and all the Contra we played together speedrunning, it conditioned me to get good at watching chat while playing a game like this. Okay, I won't say good. I'll say adequate. I'll say adequate. I'm not going to give myself a rating of good.
Well, and that's one of those things where I find it interesting, inverted, is that, like, so we're newer to this, and because we're newer, paying attention to chat at the same time, like, it's harder when you're first starting out a speed game, but if you wind up watching, like, say, Vonnie speedruns too, but I've speedrun a lot more than he has.
And better.
And when I get into those zones with high-level games, you actually get to a point where you kind of become numb to the game, and you're kind of just going through the motions. And you'll be surprised at how often it is that you can actually pay attention to the chat at the same time, because you know that it's like, oh, this is a safe moment where it's like I have this on lock, and you don't even think about it anymore, and you just do the back and forth. And really the only times that you kind of give up on chat is when it's like, oh shit, this is the pace.
Yeah. So that was like me last night.
This is the 1000th reset. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like me last night with Castlevania, where I was like, oh, all I'm going to do is walk up the steps here. I can look at chat. And I wasn't holding up while pressing over, and I walked off the fucking ledge and killed the run.
Yeah. Whereas at the start of the game, you're just like, you're probably so over it.
Yeah.
That it's like you don't even think about it anymore. So it's like, you know, those moments, it's just like, whatever. I know that this is a long loading part. I can just walk forward, whatever, and you just don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah. Or you do like I did and you fuck yourself over because of hubris.
I cannot articulate how many runs, and honestly, like, if I had to pick a ratio, the ratio is in favor of I lose good runs to dumb shit over complicated shit, because
oh yeah,
you get in a mindset. Like, I think about a good example of that from like one of the main speed games would be with Mega Man 9. Wily 2 is by far the hardest level. That level is insane, and no matter how good you get at it, like even when you're like Soren or Slurpee, where they're world record level holders, they still stop during that stage. It's just an insane stage.
Yeah.
So it's like in that stage, we all play it incredibly well because we are so dialed in, so focused. Whereas like the dumb stage is like, Tornado is an easy stage once you know what you're doing, and like myself and pretty well every top runner. Uh-oh.
I just realized I don't think I... Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Deliberate pause, sorry. I just realized I don't think I put on the game audio. Wait.
Oh, gotcha.
No. This is coming through my capture card. Never mind. We should be... Sorry, I'm stupid. Okay, game on!
Okay. But like Tornado, myself, and like the top runners and everything like that, our times are all within like a second of one another. But
right.
That stage like is so mind-numbing once you get good at it. So it's like it's all on lock, and you're just like, whatever. So the amount of times I die there is insane.
Sure. Oh, 100%. Yeah. That's where I'm at with the Castlevania runs right now. It's just all stupid deaths for the most part.
Oh shit, I forgot about the rounds.
Oh hell yeah. Hell yeah,
nice
YND. Yeah, it's nice. That's fantastic when you're getting them being like, yo, we're proud of you. That's good. That's what you fucking want.
Oh, interesting, Wendy. I don't know why they didn't unlock. Because I've never had that issue. And this is coming from somebody, I don't even know how many times I own this game, to be honest. I have the physical version of it, and I have, I think, 3 digital versions of it. Like, I've played it a lot.
So basically, you've supported the game all the way.
Like, you're a bit. And I've bought it for other people, too.
Yeah.
Especially back before Steam was region locking shit.
All of our sales are attributed to one man.
Yeah.
One Canadian man.
One Canadian dude. For reasons, I guess. It's like, we appreciate the sport, but you know there are other games, right? Like, it's okay.
Right.
If you play anything else.
Whoops.
Oh, okay, that's not it.
I'm trying to figure out what's happening with my PC cursor. It's just like slowly dancing and drifting to the lower left corner of the screen. And I don't understand why. Y'all can't see it. I can. It's comical.
So this, we just have to
shit,
roll
that's
in the
right.
corner.
Gotta remember this shit.
Only 3 balls. Oh, shit. I forgot that did that.
Oh no! I got too close to the shit. I stood up into it like an idiot.
What? That was a lot sooner than I was expecting. Interesting. Oh! I didn't know that it did the cycle twice. There you go. I've never seen it do the cycle twice.
Right.
It's always been dead before then.
That's what happens
it's like
when...
away.
Yeah. Looks for the cursor. Don't Kitsu, it's a trap. Oh yeah, $5.77 is a great price for this game. This is a great game.
Mm-hmm.
And he's back.
Yeah, what is that?
Yuki Soup alert.
Dookie soup. Oh, my kids are playing a joke on me.
Oh, my kids are playing a joke on me. I didn't put the front.
So that's like it's so funny, like that kind of like the Dookie Soup and coworkers and kind of stuff like that. Like my coworkers absolutely are not allowed to know me.
Yeah.
Like the amount of dumb jokes, even just the amount of cum jokes that I make, it's like they would be concerned for my mental welfare, I swear.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's like for sure if I get this new job I'm trying for, like I am
the double D it.
Yep. I am
kinky.
I don't know that anybody's gonna get to know me. We'll see.
Yeah.
Although it's gonna be different though, because it's gonna be like a team, like the entire company is like 30 fucking people. So maybe that'll be okay. I don't know. I would still just rather no one know me. My coworkers have no idea. They're all in my earball.
Well, and I think the thing that's interesting about that is like, I can't remember who I was talking to about this recently. Is like, it sounds honestly to the point of like sociopathic in a sense, but like to me, there's a part of it, even in the small ass town that I live in, that I think of my coworkers as people who don't exist outside of work.
Yeah.
That's how separate I keep my work and my private life, and it has nothing to do with the individuals themselves. I work with really, really wonderful people. Like, I could not be more fortunate with who I work with, but they still don't exist to me outside of work, and they absolutely don't get to know me.
No, and that's fine. They don't need to. Oh, the tail touched me. I got the tip, just the tip. Oh, it's dead. Good. I got tipped. Coworkers know I'm salty and sassy, but they haven't begun to plumb the depths of my degeneracy. Good.
Oh, you haven't talked about like making soup of insides or anything like that with them?
Yep. Teal tippies. Yeah, I got tippy-tippied.
Like, they absolutely are not allowed to know how funny I find cum jokes. Like, to the point where it's, like, concerning how childishly stupid I am and how often I laugh at that shit.
You're a man of refined taste. Listen.
Yeah.
Snake Dargan. Everything's a Dargan to me. If it's big and it's long, it's a Dargan. The best part about this game is with all the fucking explosions, like just how the screen is constantly like shaking arcade style.
Yeah, big time. There's gotta be a word for that. It's sort of like if it said like in terms of sexy pictures of my wife and everything like that. I call it the I can't say it. I can type it. Suppository.
Well, wouldn't a cum aficionado be like a cumtologist?
It might be. Yeah.
You know,
Fapionado.
A Fapionado. That's the one. That's the one. Suppository. Oh, I got carried away almost. I was too busy laughing. I didn't want that. That's not what I wanted. I want that W. Give me a nice W. Look at that guy's pose while he's sky blasting. Oh! Oh, come on. This guy gets it.
Jizz hands.
Jizz hands. Oh, it's so sticky.
Speaking of.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, yep.
But like seriously, coworkers are absolutely not allowed to find out that I'm here.
Nope. Ooh, you know what sounds really delicious? You know what sounds really delicious right now, though? A kumquat.
Kumquat?
Come on, charge that shop, baby.
Well, and I think the thing too that I find funny about it is I think that there are some times where like I think a lot of that kind of stuff is going to continue to gradually change because like say for example I think about the reason why that would happen with some of my coworkers and people that I know in this type of field is because a lot of them are older and these types of like ironic shitpost jokes and that sort of stuff just isn't the type of style of humor. It's very different and they're just not going to get it that it's just like I can make jokes about those kinds of things and be like, oh hi Daddy Bonnie, right, and still be incredibly like progressive in that type of stuff where it's like that type of degeneracy is associated more with like people who are shitheads when it's like no I'm really progressive and I really do want to try and support and be kind to as many people as possible, but I am also
a DJ
going to talk about cum loads.
Yeah. And these things need to be able to exist in the same space. That's okay. Oh, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, that laser.
I popped the shit out of that eyeball. I'm kind of useless in this part of the fight with the bot, but I kind of want to survive with the bot.
It's fun to survive with the bot. Plus, I don't think I've gotten the accomplishment. I got the trophy when I played this game on PS4.
God.
But I don't know that I've actually gotten it on Steam.
Well, you're not
100%.
getting it now either, so
Not getting it now.
maybe someday. Because we're gonna play this for a while, but
It's such a cool game, and I love this song. I love chuggy industrial kind of beats like this. It's so good.
I got a space the two of you can exist in at the same time. Oh, baby!
Honestly, like, I'm saying this like legit.
Whoops.
I would be impressed. Like, not that I'm like packing heat by any means. Like, dicks like mine are why sex toys exist. But it's something where it's like I would be impressed with the physical capacity of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like, that takes work. That's effort.
Oh yeah, it is hard to hear the music outside of the SFX. It's true. There's a lot happening at once.
Yeah, it's a chaotic game, but that's what I love about it. It's sort of like that. Like, that's what I love about like Alien Soldier and Contra Hardcore and stuff like that. Is it's just like when you dissect it in its individual elements, there's a lot that's like there's complicated and there's a lot of depth and richness to it, but all together it's just this like insane package. But that also means
I don't want to curse us,
yeah.
but when we get a moment, can you try bringing up that oh, I guess this might be a good spot to do it anyway. Whatever that little screen is you pop up where we get to see who's got what controller.
Oh yeah.
I want to see if we can get the cursor off the screen.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
I've
yeah.
noticed that's happened in the past when we've done that.
Okay.
Uh-oh. We gotta continue. There we go. Wait, no, now it just moved to the upper left. Well, it's kind of out of the way now, so that's good. I'll take it. I don't understand it.
But in that chaos, even though it's kind of hard to digest all of it at once, it means that on subsequent playthroughs and everything's like that, you're just like, oh, now I'm noticing that percussion. Oh, I'm
Right.
noticing this parallax scrolling. You kind of focus on other things that are different about it.
Right. That's kind of cool, though. Because there's just so much going on that there's a lot to appreciate.
Yeah, exactly. Without general anesthesia. Again, like, there's if you could, it's just like, I would be genuinely impressed. Because some people are capable of that kind of thing.
Good lasagna. That's a great way to put it. Oh, wow. I'll just die at
I
everything.
honestly, I swear to God, with my Crohn's and shit like that, like, I probably could at this point. Like, it's amazing what my body is like now.
Inadvertent bonus?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm gonna die to everything in this level. This one I've got a lot of learning to do. There's just like too much shit happening at once in too many spots. Oh god, he stepped on me. Step on me, Robo Daddy. Yeah, get wrecked, son
Man, now I
bitch.
want lasagna. Lasagna's so, like, a proper lasagna, that just hits right.
It does. I haven't made a proper lasagna in a very long time.
I haven't had.
Oops.
Oh,
What's
I haven't had lasagna. Well, since before I became vegan, and a part of it is because there was this old Italian lady that used to babysit me. That, like, she was like off the boat from the war, nothing but backpacks, like classico Italian.
Yep.
And she knew how to cook.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, there's just, I don't know that anything but that would ever satiate
No.
my lasagna desires, because she just cooked with such love and passion and skill from the motherland.
Yeah, it's hard to outdo Italian grandma. It really is.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless your Italian grandma doesn't know jack shit about cooking well.
Yeah.
Which was
It's one of those
mine.
things where there's an interesting thing in terms of that kind of stuff, of like there's cooking a recipe, and then there's like cooking with your heart.
Yeah.
And man, can you taste the difference?
Oh yeah, no, that's how I do food. It's all hard. Because I never learned how to read, so I gotta, you know, gotta make it come together somehow.
It has gone through the ringer. Like, and it's like I am so numb to that kind of crap. Like I think about, and remember you can lock the cursor. Like I think about when I had to go to the hospital and they just like they put almost like a kickstand in there just to open me up, and like there was no anesthesia, there was no anything like that. They just went in there and it's like, is this bothering you? And it's like, honestly, I swear, dude, it's not even noticing. You can probably put your fist up there. Like, I just don't. Like, it's just
the old...
my body has tortured me.
Yeah, yeah, it's a rough disease for sure. I've known a couple of people that have it, and it's not easy.
Yeah, and it's obviously like it's a spectrum with that kind of stuff. And I'll just die here, just so that we can go through this together. But it's at the point where it's like there's a part of me that it's like if there were, you know, if I were bisexual and a man of any size wanted to like film and make soup of my insides for money, it's like. They didn't stand a chance.
Right. You could take it.
Yeah.
With a smile.
There's no dick that you could present to me that would fade me.
Yep. With a smile, he would take it.
Yeah. Like, are you done yet? Like, are you even there?
Yeah. Nice try, honey.
Yeah. Thinking shit's bigger than you. Like, come on. Oh. Just gotta keep moving. Stay alive. Gotta keep moving. Stay alive.
Ah! Don't touch me.
Some guy comes along and is like, no, but I'm like 13 inches. Like, still, shit's bigger than you.
Yep. I've heard that story before. 13, sure. Yeah. We'll see.
Like, have you ever seen those, have you ever gone to a P.O. box in one of those, like, XL boxes that they need for big packages?
Yeah. That's the gauge.
Yeah.
That's the standard right there.
If that's not what you're coming at me with, you know, good luck.
Yep.
Again, cannot talk to co-workers.
Right. They don't need in on this show at all.
Yeah. They don't need to know that I'd be like, yeah, I could take a 14-inch, no big deal. Forearm, what that? Whatever.
Yeah.
Tell me when you start getting kinky.
Yep. Well, even despite all the topics of conversation, I'm getting really hungry right now.
I didn't eat as well as I normally would. I cooked a huge meal for tomorrow, so I'm sad. Got a lot of shit I gotta do tomorrow, so I actually thought I hadn't cooked a proper meal.
Nice, dude. No, I actually,
I'm pretty bad about that. I'm always so concentrated of like getting my wife and son ready for the day that it's like, oh yeah, I have to eat new things too for me.
Yeah. You can think about doing those things for yourself. But
Yeah. Oh, that's right. So my patterning and the way that I do this has to change because I'm so used to adapting and doing circular, like figure 8 patterns based on how predictable it is in terms of hitting you, but you're here.
Yeah.
Interesting. I was wondering why I was getting hit during moments that I felt like I shouldn't have. But that makes a lot more sense now.
No, it definitely is a lot trickier with two people because there's a lot of moments where it's like, okay, which one of us is he targeting now? So like I just got aced right there because it was targeting you and then it switched to targeting me.
Interesting. Take care, Zach.
Yeah, Have a good one, man. That's that's an early day. That's an absolutely early day. Yeah, I wound up doing some door dashing today for a few hours, which was okay. Some days get really hard to sneak that stuff in between like all the different stuff the kid has going on. And then we only have one car, and that makes it not easier. Because like I've considered where it's just like, man, if I don't get this job I'm going for, it's like maybe I do just get a super cheap car so I can just seriously put in like an 8-hour odd job day and not have to worry about who's got the car, who needs the car when. But even at that, I was like looking at like, because I would want to get something fuel efficient and something that's not, that doesn't have 200,000 on it. It's just like, Jesus Christ. Now that market's totally fucked. And it's just like,
oh, it's bonkers.
You can't even get like a shitty used car for like less than $8 grand. It's just like, well, god damn it.
And then trying to insure it and actually make sure that you don't have to, you're not jumping into a bunch of repairs and all that sort of shit. Well, and even like that was one of the things right now is that like I still don't have my vehicle back from the rodent damage. The company, just everybody is screwing up, and they're just like raking me over the coals with all this.
That sucks.
And I straight up told the dealership, because they're just like, oh, well, now we had to add 5,500 because of this, and now we had to do this, and I straight up said that it's like, you still haven't made it so that insurance will approve this, and if they don't, I have to sell the vehicle to you because I cannot afford to repair this car.
Right.
But then it's like,
that's ridiculous.
Man, if that happens, like, what am I supposed to buy? Because the market is just insane right now.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly where I'm at right now. Dealerships can go fuck themselves.
Oh, dealerships are a special tier of trash that I've always hated. But where they're at right now is just like, holy shit, you're garbage. And like, it's amazing how many of these things are just coming more into light these days. Like in terms of when you look at the before, where it's just like, are companies treating me like shit? Whereas now it's like record profits. We're gonna lay off 15,000 people.
Right.
And it's like, wait, we're gonna give ourselves raises. And it's like, wait.
Right. Yeah,
hold up, and all of that stuff. I'm just gonna die so you can practice this together. That it's like, hold up, and all of those types of things are just becoming more and more apparent. Especially, inflation. It's like, no, fuck you.
No, because
you have cut your staff, you have gave yourself raises, and you're making your stocks happy. There's no inflation. You just decided to raise your prices because you could, and you have a stranglehold.
Exactly. I mean, that's like, I feel like that's exactly what's happening with like the car market, because like over the pandemic, it's like, yeah, okay, less people are driving, makes sense why you're having trouble selling cars, makes sense, you know, you don't have as much inventory because shit's shut down, that's why you want to buy used cars, it all makes sense. But now it's like there's no reason for cars used cars to cost as much as they do right now.
Yeah, take care, Tech. I'm sorry I disappointed you in that respect, Tech.
He'll get over it, I believe.
You believe?
I believe.
Yeah, it's just bonkers. And it's funny how often it is that shifts, because I think about when around here we are like, trucks are an identity.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It is, you owning a truck on a lift kit is like a gender to people here.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's ridiculous. It is so intertwined within their thing. The moment that gas went up, holy shit, you should have seen the used truck market.
Yeah.
Because they could not afford to keep those frickin' monstrosities. And
that's like, it's the same way here.
Seen those types of shifts in that type of stuff, but now you can't even get that now, because you couldn't sell a truck during that point in time because so many people were doing it at once, and now it's like you can't even sell it, not only because of that crap, but because everybody's like, well, I'm special. I bought this for $200,000, this house for $200,000. I should be able to sell it for $600,000 like everyone else. And then they complain about the housing market problem. And you're like, all of you, all of you are, this is your fault.
Right.
You have chosen to do this. You gave the banks, you gave all of these landlords, you gave all of these people these power.
Yeah, they chose
To do
violence.
nothing to stop it.
Oh, Jesus. I didn't realize I spawned back in.
Oh yeah, it totally is everything YV. 100%.
Yeah, so like I literally, like even if I get this job I'm going for, like I'm gonna need a car, and I super don't know what I have no plan for how I'm gonna make that shit work.
Yeah, it's like one of those things where I think about it's the equivalent to when we were talking about daycare for our kid when he was younger.
Mm-hmm.
It was $75 a day, plus other expenses and stuff like that. And it's like, can we afford to work?
Right? No.
Because of how expensive that is. Like the idea that it's like, can I afford to work is insane.
Yeah.
Because minimum wage used to be a minimum living wage. It doesn't exist anymore.
No.
They did a cost of living analysis thing around where we are, and I think there was, I want to say even in like where we live, where it's like small town and it's like relatively cost effective. I'm not saying it is, but compared to so many other places, there's like a $10 gap between minimum wage and what a living wage is to be able to comfortably afford housing by yourself. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
It's bad. It's so bad right now.
That it's just like, oh yeah, no, it's totally cool that somebody can own 200 properties. No big deal. What's the problem with that? It's a part of the economy. That's just how it works. And it's like, no, it used to be that you would get an apartment or something like that, or because you couldn't take care of housing yourself, or you weren't around often or anything like that. It was a temporary means until you could afford a house, but you would be able to afford a house. Now you're never going to.
Right. Well, I was thinking about I was looking at what like the DoorDash base pay typically is. Oh, I'll just blow up in the mech. And it's like, you can realistically do like 3 to 4 deliveries within an hour. Usually trend towards 3. Because you got to drive somewhere, you got to pick it up,
yeah.
You got to drop it off, whatever. You got to wait to get another offer.
And it depends on where you live and everything like that, too.
Yeah, all those things. So like 3 to 4 is probably safe per hour. And you in my market, your base pay from DoorDash for your typical order is $2. So if you get no tips and you do 4 orders, you've basically made, United States minimum wage.
Yeah.
And it's like, but then that job, you're a contractor. So like it requires you have to own your own car. So it's just like, and then people like, love to do like the typical like, oh, well, get a W-2 job, get a real job if you want real pay. And it's like, no, like, how is this company supposed to function?
It's not a real job, yet you're using it.
Right. And like, how is that shit supposed to fucking work? Like, it's just...
Yeah, the idea that we continue to do these things where it's essentially like you're kind of it's a working poor kind of thing. Like again, you can't afford to work.
Right, or the only people that are supposed to do like DoorDash, Instacart, Lyft, Uber, whatever. Like it's just like it's an entire like job sector that's supposed to exist by hobby workers.
Yeah. Here's retirees who just want a couple of extra bucks.
Right.
Like, and it's one thing when it was, there's certain jobs where it made sense for that kind of thing to happen. Like, say, school bus drivers or crossing guards or anything like that. They're really weird hours and really weird accountability. So it makes sense to have somebody who's retired.
Right.
Be able to do that because the hours and structure of the day makes sense. But now we're at a point where it's like, can I even retire? Like, my wife and I were talking about that. It's like, am I ever going to be able to retire?
Right.
Like, can I actually afford to? Will there even be a pension to pull from?
Right. How do you even do it? I have no answer for this because I think about this too. So it's like, so here's some real talk that I haven't had with my folks yet, but like they have a second home they have a property in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And it's always been like a, yes, you know, you and your brother will get to inherit this someday. And it's like, that's cool. And it's like with my last job, it's like, yeah, I could probably, you know, it's all paid off. It's just going to be paying taxes and maintenance. It's like, I could probably support that. My brother can't, but, you know, I can keep it in the family probably. Well, now I lost that job. And if I get this next job, I'm not going to make remotely anywhere near what I did before. And it's just like the real talk I haven't had with my parents. It's like, yeah, I know this was your dream. This was the thing you guys loved having here for the boys to be able to keep in the family. But it's like, yo, if something happens to you guys tomorrow and I do get this job, oh, I'm selling that property. I can't I can't afford it. It's like, I'm just trying to figure out how I even like keep my own like modest living going right now. Like,
you can steal the life better.
And I don't know if they've thought about that, and I haven't had that conversation with them yet, but it's just like, yo, it's like if even fuck, just died immediately. But like even if I do get this job, it's like
property now is just like, I don't even know how it is that like at the first profit I got in right before the housing market got insane.
Same.
If it weren't for that, like if I were to try and buy my house now, I can't afford it.
No. No, that's the comedy. That's the comedy. I can't even afford my own house. Coming into it right now, like we got incredibly lucky because like when we got our house was right at the cusp of when everything had bottomed out. And that's the only reason we were able to get the house we have.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's bonkers how many things that it is that like just absolutely garbage narratives that we choose to just sort of accept, and a lot of more people are going against it, so it's not quite the same as it used to be. But like the idea that it's like, well, no, you work this shit work, so you shouldn't be able to afford things. And now that it's like, no, this is actually kind of affecting everyone, that even modest incomes you can't afford to live. It's like, maybe we should be paying attention to this kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, someone like me, in my last job, I finally got to a point where it's like, hey, I could actually consider I was actually at a pay where it's like, I actually could consider myself middle class. I had 2 years of my entire life as an independent earner where I'm like, yo, I actually could say we are middle class now. I finally made it. It took, and I lost that job, and now I'm out. I'm back out. I got to coast as middle class for 2 years. Like true middle class. And it's like, I think the only reason that stuff's getting as much play as it is now is because finally things are getting to a point where true middle class is feeling the pinch. And all of a sudden they're just like, this is outrageous. I can't believe how this is. And it's just like, motherfuckers, this is how it's been forever. You're just finally feeling it. Oh, I'll just die.
And there are so many narratives that we've just chosen to accept, and it just keeps pushing this kind of stuff. Like, essentially the idea that it's like, no, there are certain people who should not be allowed to live comfortably, no matter what they do. That's why and that it's like, oh, no, we can't. Like, when they're saying we can't raise wages because then costs will go up, and then they just decided to raise costs anyway.
Right.
But it's like, it's total bullshit when it's like, no, we can't afford to pay McDonald's workers more, otherwise the burger's going to go up. And it's like, okay, it's already gone up. But the McDonald's CEO makes $9,000 an hour. You're telling me that they can't afford to pay independent employees who keep their entire business running? Because what does the CEO of McDonald's do? Nothing.
McDonald's runs itself at this point. They don't even need to do anything. Like, any of the new shit they do, like, nobody cares. Like, McDonald's could do nothing new. They could have no new promos, no new Happy Meal toys. They could just sell the same shit. It wouldn't matter. Like, nothing. None of it matters. Like, all people want is that stupid shitty burger and the stupid shitty fries. Nothing else matters.
100%.
Oh, uh-oh. Whoa. I lagged hard. But I'm back.
Oh, shit. What happened to me? I am getting sloppy slap.
I like it when you slappy slap.
Oh, baby.
Oh, yeah. Bosses are so interesting in this, especially when they did that with the last boss. Oh shit, I could have got a D there. What was I thinking?
Always aim for that D, baby.
Yeah, this boss is amazing. The last boss
good.
is so fucking cool.
Yeah, it's a large part of why it is that I like the, like, playing this game on repeat is because, like, getting this last little bit is so satisfying. And that's why, like, certain endings in hardcore I really enjoy playing more because, like, the music and the boss style I just love so much.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Ugh, yeah, I have to learn, like, all this way better.
That's the whole point. Yeah, the whole 3D thing is super, super cool.
Haha. Oh, I'm still alive. Cool. Yeah, I would just take the death, but I'm gonna practice. Just learn the pattern.
I prefer that you do that, really.
Oh, I didn't dodge that one. Game over.
There we go.
Yeah. I like that they let you start right at the last boss instead of going through that gauntlet again.
Yeah, and that's actually line B why it is that I encouraged Vonnie to pick the ninja and why it is that I typically will only play the ninja characters because you don't lose any weapons and I find that the run more enjoyable as a result. Because, like, if you can get through this game and only keep the P weapon, you are Gucci, and it's like you're gonna do some insane shit when you promote bosses. But it's like, it is so stressful playing games where you're not allowed to get hit.
Yeah. Yep. That's super true. It does suck a little bit of fun out of stuff.
And, like, I'm experienced in it and can manage it, but it really does. Some of the times with speedrunning, I really do like it, where it's like, you get good and can flex, but it's not incredible pressure. Like, the idea of so much riding on that's why I stopped running Mega Man during marathons and stuff, because there was so much riding on everything being perfect that it's just like, okay, well, now I screwed up the ammo management, so now all of my strats completely go to shit, and now I have to do this other chaotic crap to be able to recover from it, and it's so sloppy, and then you're in a negative headspace with it, and blah blah blah, and it just keeps compounding.
Yeah,
versus
it's no
something
good.
like that where it's like, say when I ran Donkey Kong Country 3 as a marathon closer, if one of your Kongs dies, you just switch the other Kong and it's like, whatever, this isn't the ideal strat, but I can still get through this.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas Contra, it's like, okay, I've lost spread.
Yeah. Now what?
Now, I cannot, even though that I have a really good mash, I can't possibly mash at a level with the P shooter that is going to be like a rapid fire spread shot. It's just impossible. Even with a turbo controller, it just can't happen.
Right. Yep. And that's just not fun anymore. It's intriguing for a while, but it gets old.
That Xbox 360 Contra? Yeah, Hardcore Uprising. I love that game. I actually co-op that with Slurpee Ninja for a while. We had, or have, I can't remember, world record in the co-op category for that game. I love it. And it was actually really cool to get because it was something where, like, the world record holder, Aaron, who's just, like, incredible at that game, we were able to develop some strats that he still uses, and we learned some stuff from him, and so being able to kind of have that, like, community back and forth and everything like that and push the really cool game further, like, getting that world record was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And if he took it back, like, I'd be so stoked about that because he's been working so hard at that kind of stuff. And it makes the community of the game better and everything like that.
Take us home, baby.
No.
Or not.
I'm still getting used to this Pro controller. Like it's so squishy and the D-pad sucks shit. So it's like I accidentally smushed so many inputs at once, but joystick is so awkward for a game like this that I'm still not sure how I want to go about this.
Yeah.
But I really do love a lot about the controller, so I don't know.
I need to remember to dodge. That's my biggest downfall right now, yeah.
Yeah.
And then also, absolute bullshit right now is playing, like the Steam Deck controller is actually not bad, the Steam Deck itself, but this is not my first choice.
Yeah.
Yo, Miku.
Hey, it's a sexy voice in my ears. Oh, also hi, Ron.
Yo, thanks for the 14 months, dude.
The sultry Phanto and whatever Vaughn was doing.
Yeah, just doing some shit. I just want to stay alive longer than I do. It'd be nice.
I found it, like, streaming is such a funny thing in terms of, like, what I can do for confidence stuff. Because, like, I think about first starting, like, I didn't even have an Oakley or anything like that, and I just streamed from the console, and there was absolutely no way I was going to get the mic, because I'm like, who the hell wants to listen to me? And then when I got to the point where I was like, you know what, I'll give it a try, and then it kind of coincided with, I really like the idea of doing more things to show legitimacy of your run. And if you have the mic going, you have a hand cam, you have a clock on the screen, all that sort of stuff, it just adds to that legitimacy. So it's like, well, if I'm streaming live on Twitch and I have a mic, it helps with that. So I kind of just got into the mindset of it's like, oh, I'll do it for that reason. And then, but I'm like, everybody's going to hate it, sorry. And then once I started getting comments like that, I was like, you sure you're listening to me?
Yeah, I definitely started from the whole... Oh, god damn it. I started from a very different place with streaming. Just because the people I knew and who... Oh my god. Like, where I was hanging in the space when I got into it. Oh my god! It was more about the entertainment aspect of it.
Yeah.
Versus, like, doing cool shit in games.
Yeah, mine, like, it was funny because I was speedrunning before, like, I knew streaming existed because I knew, like, games went quick and stuff like that was the thing, but, like, I had never actually watched a stream outside of watching GDQ replays.
Yeah, I mean, that's where I started, too.
And so...
With viewing.
I was doing that, like, it was just going, I was just running stuff on console, and... oh yeah, that's right, they don't grab you, they kill you. And this is a good practice anyway.
Yeah.
So as I was like navigating that, when I first started streaming hardcore runs, like there was no cam or anything like that. It was just, here's the game.
Yeah.
And then it was like, maybe I should just do a little bit more than that, make it fancy. And I saw some other streams and started to kind of get into that. But it was just like, it was such a weird balance to try and strike, because now I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, do I want to go back to that? Because there are certain things about it that I kind of do miss. And when I sit in like Becco's or Hoda Ruby's or Louis' stream, where it's just like, all it is just like high level clutch gameplay.
Right.
That's just like absurd. And it's like, the reason I go there is because that's all they do. Should I do that? But then I also think at the same time that right now, I love this. I get to hang out with wonderful people and actually chat. And so it's like, is that what I really want? Like, what do I want from this? Because like, you like both, but simultaneously they both can't exist.
No, right.
Or do
That's
I just
the crux. That's the conundrum right there.
do I just do no mic speedrunning streams and then practices with a mic and chill? Like, it's like...
Well, that's a way to think about it. God damn it.
Because both are fun in different ways. Because really, at the end of the day, no matter what it is that I'm doing with streaming, I like speedrunning. I've tried casual stuff, and I've recognized that it's like, I can't... At best, I can do challenge runs, so I'd consider doing something like the Iron Man Pokemon things, where it's like challenge runs and stuff like that. Like, it's like, okay, I can wrap my head around that. But at the end of the day, it's like, I like speedrunning. That's why I'm doing this.
Right.
I can't be a variety streamer in the respect of, like, I can play different speedruns. I don't want a single speedrun to be my identity, but it has to be speedrunning.
Yeah.
But it's like, which one do I actually want? Because both are really cool in different ways. So it's interesting to think about that kind of stuff. But it's weird going from no one would ever like my voice to be, it's like having some people be like, I just like listening to you, so I fall asleep to you. And it's like, you're sure about that? Right. Like, are you sure you don't want to listen to, like, your blender dying or something instead?
Right. Yeah, I don't know, it's tricky. It's very... It's tricky, because, like, I understand the feeling that you're conveying about, you know, why the speedrunning is so important, and, you know, for you, that's just your jam, and... Because I have moments, too, where there's things I really loved about speedrunning that really pulled me into the whole thing, and I can't like, there's so much about it that I enjoy, and I love watching. God damn it. I love watching speedrun streams, but I'm so bad at, like, doing it on stream, because, like, even with, like, this Castlevania Deathless thing, like, I'm kind of, like, I'm so close to getting it, and I want to get it. Oh, excuse me. But, like, there's also a part of me that's just like, I'm really fucking over this. Like, I just want to get it and be done. I want to hit the goal and move on. But it's still fun. Like, I'm not enjoying myself. It's just, I have the attention span of a goldfish on my best days.
Yeah, and it's interesting too, because I recognize that there's a part of it too where, like, you need sometimes those external motivators to be able to keep you going. And one of the things was, for me, that I realized that it's like, the financial support was nice. When I was grinding high level at certain games where it's like there are a lot more viewers for it, and I would get clutch PBs, I would make more money off of it. So it's like, yeah, okay, that's a motivator. Like, it would be, I think it would be very hard for somebody to say sincerely that's not a consideration.
Oh, for sure. You can't be honest with yourself.
I would assume if somebody said, oh, no, I made $400 last month speed running, like, that doesn't interest me at all. No. Like, no, I bought a GPU with it. Right. Like, that interests me significantly. Right. I don't have the time and the energy to devote to that kind of stuff anymore, but it's like, yeah, you better believe that's a motivator. Oh, hell yeah. How could it not be?
It's significant. It's not nothing at all.
I mean, especially when we go back to our conversation about, like, shit costs money. Yeah. And, like, if it weren't for streaming, I wouldn't have been able to afford to get a new computer. I would have still been rocking my absolutely trash laptop that would be melting right now. Right. Yeah, I think about that stuff a lot too. I mean, it's definitely, you know, it's changed the approach I've taken with stuff. I mean, I've definitely made monetization more of a part of things. I've been upfront about it, and I'm okay with it. Yeah, and that's the thing, is I think some people... Yeah, that's exactly it, Miku. And why I was transparent in terms of, like, where funds were going and all that sort of stuff is, like, I think a lot of the time when it's, like, when people are being clear about, like, these are my needs and these are my wants and this is the goal of this whole thing, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, I can get behind that. That's not a big deal. I get why you're doing that. because it's a real person being clear that it's like, no, these are sort of like my expectations of what it would be for me to be successful on here doing my thing.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, and I definitely hit a point where it's just like I can't do it just for fun. It's gotta be for something. As much as it is for me, it's like I need that driver, and if it's like it's hard to like let go of that potential dream to have it be something more than just a dude playing games for the funsies of it. Like I would like this to be legit supplemental income if I can.
Oh yeah, for sure. I totally get that.
It's my preferred job for sure.
As a result of that, it's like, of course, that's a huge motivator. And in your case, obviously, with everything that it is that's going on, it's like, yeah, of course. And it's always a weird thing to balance like intrinsic and extrinsic motivation with goal setting. Like I think about with me with my exercising right now, like I'm now doing it where I'm waking up an hour earlier than I used to so that I can do my ab workout, so I can do the stretching and all that sort of stuff. And it's hard. And I love doing it and I love the results. And I'll still do it for me, but you better believe when other people look and they're just like, fuck, dude. Like,
yeah,
you better believe that that's a motivator, even though I'm very much a keep to myself kind of person. When somebody sees that it's like I'm developing a V line, that it's like, yeah.
That's
being impressed by that, it's like, yeah, I'm doing great.
Well, to Miku's point too, this is like, I don't think we were live when we were talking. No, we weren't live when we were talking about this. Just the being honest is so much better than having the fake discovered. You know what? I am gonna try Gunner for this run. I just want to see how it plays.
Okay, let's both do it. Why not? This is fun.
As long as we're learning the game. Because, like, when we were talking about the whole, like, when you were talking about the Mozilla thing with the shady backdoor shit they were doing with it, where it's just like, you know, it's like eventually you're going to get a really good run out of blowing smoke, and it might take you some really great places. But you have to ask yourself at the end of the day, like, are you okay going down in disgrace where everybody's going to know that you were a piece of shit ultimately because you were just in it for the lie at the end of the day?
Well, and that's one of the things that, like, right now is bringing me such joy. It's, like, probably more joy than it should.
No.
Seeing Elon fail miserably publicly.
Just walked off the cliff twice.
Yeah. No, I love watching that fuckboy crash and burn.
I have always thought of him as a total con man and a piece of shit who steals from others and takes credit for it. And then the moment that any of his, after his credit taking, things are failing, like he's complaining about the Cybertruck right now. And
right.
Like, oh, I can't believe this, and this. And it's like, they were all decisions you made.
Right.
Blaming other people.
Right.
And so it's like, it is amazing to watch that dishonesty fail, because we've seen it in so many instances where that dishonesty really hasn't failed, and Trump is a perfect example of that. If you had classified top-tier government documents in your fucking bathroom, you would not exist right now.
No.
It would never have gone out to the public, and you would have just ceased to exist.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like your government ID, like they would probably try and wipe out that you even ever existed in the first place.
Yep. 100%.
And he gets to walk around with such impunity. So it's nice that we have something like the Twitter thing with Elon, is that like he wants nothing more, and he cannot pay to be funny or liked, and it is tanking, and it is hilarious.
Yep.
I really hate that really good people are getting caught in the crossfires because of his ego, but it's like, it's a necessary part of this whole process, because he's not going down without taking people with him.
Right.
But he needs to go down, and more people like him need to go down with him.
Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And that's the thing.
Yeah, and see, that's exactly the modern day Edison thing.
Yep.
That's the part that drives me nuts about it. He named his company after someone who spent his scientific life fighting hacks.
Right. Like Edison. And he is a
like
fucking hack.
Edison. And it's like, how dare you take the brilliance of Tesla,
Right.
and that element of it that is so critical, and just like, he spent so much time having a fight with people
Yeah.
who are hacks, and then you name your goddamn company after, and
The sheer
it's
hubris
so
of it all.
bad. It's so bad.
But that's the thing, is that like you can blow smoke, you can play fake, and it's gonna get you some places. But the more smoke screen you put up, the bigger the burn's gonna be when it finally crashes on you.
Yeah. And it's so funny with that kind of stuff too, is like, so there are different tiers with the scumbags in terms of like the billionaires and crap like that. It's like, say, I think Bill Gates is a disgusting human being. That the fact that it is that he has so many employees that are treated like absolute trash.
Yeah.
He lives the life that he does.
Yep.
But where I will say is like someone like him and Steve Jobs is that they truly were and are in terms of CEOs. They actually know their shit.
Right.
They programmed that stuff. They did that work.
Right.
Was it largely built on the backs of others, like especially later? Of course.
Yeah.
But the initial things, they actually did that shit.
Right.
Bezos actually did that shit.
Right,
Again,
right.
Still scumbags.
Right.
But at least they did something. Elon never has, and that's what drives me nuts. Trump never has.
Right.
He's never accomplished anything.
No, nothing. Nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. Very stable genius.
Yeah, very, very stable genius who fell asleep on his first court date.
Yep. Just can't believe he hasn't stroked out yet, if I'm being real.
Yeah.
He's more hamburger than man at this point, and the fact that that hasn't caught up to him is amazing. He bleeds
I'm not
Diet
used to
Coke.
such an extensive period of serious chat.
Are you fatigued now?
Oh no, not at all. I love this.
Because
shit.
what we just talked about is what's basically rolling through my head 24/7, which might be why I'm so tired as often as I am. And that's the one thing that's really bad for me about door dashing, is that like, even if I'm listening to, like, I could listen to a podcast, I could listen to a bunch of music I'm rocking out to, I can't silence that shit in my head. And like, I just like, sometimes I come home from door dashing and I just feel angry because it's like, no, I thought about the things the whole time.
Well, especially because it's hard not to in those moments, because like, you doing that is the thing. It's a representation of everything wrong with the system.
It is. And
like, you look at the door dashing, and that's why Wendy's was just like, let's do surge pricing.
Right.
And it's like, no, do not come out here and publicly tell me that you're just going to charge me more because you want to fuck around.
Right.
So like, you know what? We can gouge more money. Like, I hate this idea that it's just like, I'm a visionary. No.
No.
You were creating shit that is making my life harder. Fuck you.
Yeah. Not a visionary.
And when you wind up having these things where it's just like, oh yeah, the life of the billionaire, get up at 5 a.m., go to the gym,
Just think about me
meditate,
instead.
do this. And it's like, I would do all that stuff too, but I can't afford to because you're a piece of garbage.
Right.
I can't afford to take care of myself because of you.
Yeah. I'm going to think about you so
Take
hard,
care of
Miku.
yourself.
Tomorrow when I'm driving around, I'm just going to be like, Miku.
Think about you so hard. Well hard. Double whammy.
Yeah. Well, and I can't help but think about it too, because it's like,
Think about Miku well hard.
Yeah, I can't not think about Miku well hard. It's just not possible. No, like when so like when I'm working the whole DoorDash thing, like part of what makes me angry is it's just like the fact that like, God damn it, there's no way I can say this without pissing someone off.
Whatever.
The fact that DoorDash exists makes me angry because it's already
I completely agree.
like there's things where it's just like, okay, there's people that have disabilities and it's great that these services exist. And there's people that they can't get out on their own or they don't have a car, and it's like, yes, that's great that this exists. However, I'm seeing the people I'm delivering to. I am handing it to them sometimes, and it's just like, fuck, you could like there's like, I have those moments where it's just like, man, it's like the whole reason we have fast food was already because it's like you wanted to get a meal quick without having to do anything for it, and it's like, that's cool, I get it.
Now you've added an extra layer of it.
But now you've added an extra layer, and the whole layer exists and relies on people tipping for it to actually pay me right. And like, there's orders like, so here's like the reality of it. Like, I think about this all the time. Is it's like there's like times where I decline orders, or I take an order and it's a no tip order, and it's just like they'll have like all these instructions, and it's just like, no, it's gonna be at your door, and I'm not doing anything extra. You didn't tip, and like it's just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, and it's funny how much that like that culture of entitlement and that kind of respect has changed. Like, I think about when I worked. Like I hate that kind of thing. Like, I think about when I worked at this Italian deli where there was like we would have the fresh bread that came in that day, and you could go up to the counter, pick out whatever lunch meat, anything like that. You could make a custom sandwich.
Yep.
But you had to go to the front. You had to grab your own bun. Then I'll make you your thing.
Mm-hmm.
And there was one of the people, and only one person, who they would call in advance and be like, I want a number one, because they did not want to wait in the line like everyone else. They didn't lead some like crazy busy life. It was just like, they just didn't want to wait.
Right.
And other people decided that it's like, no, this one individual person who gets a sandwich every now and then is so much more special than all of these other busy people that we're going to do this. And I said no.
Nice.
And she eventually started, like, she stopped shopping because I would pick up the phone and she'd be like, I want this. And I was like, well, you can pick up the bun when you get here and do it like everyone else would.
Right.
And then she just, whenever it is that she would hear my voice, she would hang up.
Good.
And then eventually she stopped stopping there because I was just like, we don't do this for anyone else. What makes you special?
Yeah, fuck
And
those people.
when we're at this point where, like, in terms of the door dashing thing, I agree. We shouldn't tip because the baseline pay for a company should be a living wage.
Right.
That should just be how it is. But, and so, like, I get that argument. I'm not unsympathetic to that. But we do not have a non-tipping culture like some countries do. The livelihood is there. It is very explicit and very clear that that tipping culture is in fact there. So pay them. If you can afford to buy this food, especially on repeat, you can afford to pay them.
There we go.
Yeah.
DoorDash and all of them are a symptom of capitalism taken too far, where people with too much money have the power to compel people with too little money to put themselves into more disadvantages. Yep. Since as a contractor, DoorDash provides no insurance, support, or additional wages for gas, wear and tear on the vehicle, or other expense. Courier to being a contractor, so while you can make a decent amount up front, it will eventually be sapped away. Oh, exactly. I think about that nonstop, where it's just like, this is helping us right now, but it's like if something serious happens to my car, like whatever offset I got as a gain, it's just like the second something happens to my car, it's gone. I'm fucked.
Yeah, 100%.
And like, I think about how it's like, well, if I do have to get a car anyway, if I get this job I'm trying to get that I did a second interview for, it's like, yo, I probably will still DoorDash on weekends and shit. I definitely think I will. But also, like, I don't know, it's it's hard because it's just that shit's not sustainable as a full-time thing, but it's also really not super sustainable as like an every now and again part-time thing either. Like it's just it's just so fucked.
Yeah, again, it's so bizarre to me that we live in a time right now where you can say that you can't afford to work.
Yeah.
Doing completely reasonable, normal things. We aren't living luxurious lifestyles by any stretch.
No.
We're living what would have been considered a normal lifestyle that you could drop out of high school and just show up on decades ago.
Well, I think about that shit too, where it's just like, I think about what I'm going through, and I think about like the shit my boomer parents. It's because like what I will never take away is like they worked hard. It's not that they didn't work hard, but then also like it's like I think about like my dad got one job after he dropped out of school. He was going to go to college to be a cop. He dropped out, and then he got a job in a factory. And he was able to retire early off of that job because he got in while they were still doing like profit sharing and shit. So like he made out like crazy on that and his retirement fund and all that stuff. And like,
and then meanwhile, if you did that same thing, same company, all that sort of stuff, you probably wouldn't be able to afford to do anything right now.
No, because I actually worked for that company. That was the first place I worked. Right out of college, because that's how I got in, you know. Nepotism. My dad was a manager, so I kind of had an in. I knew people.
Yeah, we'll figure nepotism works.
And it definitely was an advantage in that point, but they paid so little hourly to start with that, like, I was buying groceries off of a fucking credit card.
Yeah.
And, like, so it's like, okay, I was making $13 an hour, and that already wasn't enough then. You know, this was like, what, 2006? That wasn't enough. And like, you know, we've never done the vacation thing that often either. Had we ever truly been dual income, like we had a point where we were mostly dual income and we were doing pretty great, but then we had the kid and we couldn't be dual income anymore. That's like I said out front towards the beginning of the stream. It's just like, you know, I had about 2 years where I finally made it to middle class. And then I got laid off. It's ridiculous. They worked hard, based time period, more focus on physical labor due to technology. Yeah, the current labor force is more productive by an exponential amount. That's what kills me. That's what kills me. Is that like we are so much more productive, but then we're still putting in the same hours or more in many cases. Where really the whole thing is now is it's like with all the technology we have, everyone should be able to be considered absolute full-time, putting in a 32-hour work week and getting benefits. Full benefits. It's bullshit that that's not where things are. Because we have all the technology to make shit so much easier. And that's what really pisses me off.
I always figured how much more I just like running gunners. Because it's like I just have to keep it, like actually dial in and just keep the P weapon the whole time.
Yeah. The P weapon's outstanding.
Oh yeah, so if you can keep it, incredible. Oh crap, I keep switching buttons.
It's okay. We're learning. I'm learning. This is good for me. Yeah. It all pisses me off. There is one P weapon drop in here, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
I think it's actually right before the boss.
Yeah. I actually...
It should actually, no, it's at the end of this train.
God damn it. Yeah, that's right. It's risky to get, because if you don't get it right away, it falls off. The thing I don't like about this level is all the crazy, like, down shooting you need to do to get the guys. Ah! I just, like, don't know how to not die in this game.
Well, and that's also, like I said, why it is that I like running the ninjas, is because you can have times where you're just like,
It's peeing all over the place. Ow. Dodge the attacks. Easier said than done.
No. Face tank.
Yeah. Face tank for the win. No! My grenades! I'm an idiot. I never learned to game. Yeah, that weapon is ridiculous. It's so good.
Yeah, I almost, like, if I were paying more attention there and actually did that properly, that P weapon would have taken that whole thing out
Yeah.
in one cycle and not skip the lightning.
Yeah, that P weapon is so amazing. But you've got to ride the lightning. Okay, Metallica.
More like metallic caca.
Got him. Give me that hot D. Oh, jump up! Don't be a bastard. Why can't I? Oh my god. Well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Only the ninjas can reach that.
Uh-huh.
Unless you have the speed bot to be able to jump up there.
Tricky game. Ah! Okay, I'm starting to see the disadvantage of not being a ninja.
Yeah, there's again, like, I still like it, but it's funny being like, this is the running gun game. I much prefer playing without the running and gunning.
No, the ninjas are like, I don't know. It's good to play through it like this because it's giving me a different level of appreciation.
Well, and I think the thing that's interesting about it too is that I forgot what I was going to say. Oh well. What happens when you're an idiot?
Dude, I forget what I'm doing most of the time. You supported the MP3 movement back in the early aughts. You feel offended? Good. Good! Good! Thank you for the interesting... Oh, you can get up there.
Yeah. No problem. No problem.
Oh, speaking of forgetful things. So, like, I definitely have issues with brain fog because of the autoimmune disease, but we had upped my dosage the last time I went in. And I'm suddenly noticing that maybe I've been feeling better recently. Like, and it's hard to tell too, because it's just like the weather change has also been amazing.
But that's really good to hear, though.
But I'm feeling less fatigued, I guess. Because usually the days I would do a lot of dashing, I would find it really hard to stream afterwards, but I didn't today. And like yesterday, I built and painted a fence and I door dashed. I don't know. It'd be great if like I could feel like a normal-ish person again. I mean, I don't know that I've ever felt great, but better would be nice. Because that was my biggest fear about starting a new job, is that I was going to have all my issues with focus and energy and fatigue, and then have to like show up and be like, yeah, you just hired me because you believed I would be good, but look, I'm an idiot. Thanks for the job, ass wipes.
Trick you. Fuckers.
I've been legit worried about that, so if this makes a difference, that'll be good. I'm supposed to go back in a few weeks and get my you know, levels rechecked, my thyroid levels. So like, if everything is Gucci, that'll be awesome. And maybe we increase the meds more. I don't know. Actually found a way to sleep better before, which is making a significant change in energy levels, and that will. What's your trick? Are you closing your eyes? Because for me, I sometimes leave them open, and I think that's my problem.
He thinks about my gaping asshole.
I think about putting a shipping box up there, and I just can't fall asleep.
Here's your Amazon order.
Yep. Direct from Jeff. Oh, I walked off the edge.
Soup of your insides.
Pilgrim.
Pilgrim.
One of those wedge pillows to elevate your head and back. Oh, nice. Of course I come in during the... Yeah, you did, Decepti. Welcome to Just the Right Time.
Oh, that's what I was going to say about running this game with gunners. Is that... So, I didn't run this game as gunner for long. I had world record in one of the categories for it. But I think the thing that made it interesting in terms of speedrunning it is sort of like the same way that playing hardcore with a crappy character helped me, is that it forces you to actually learn patterns well.
Yeah.
And learn much more about the game. So like, I think about me running Mega Man for so long. The reason that I'm good at, like, say, Mega Man 9 is not about how long it is that I played well, but it's actually how long it is that I played poorly.
Yeah.
Because I can respond to every single situation at this point, because, like, I've seen all of the dumbest shit. Nothing can faze me anymore. Well, and so running the gunners is the same type of thing. Is like when you get stuck using the machine gun for so long and it takes 10 hours for you to kill an enemy,
right,
you start to learn patterns.
Right.
And when things go wrong, you don't panic the same way. Oh shit. No.
Well, then I was going to say my next question for you would be... Oh, you got a game over. Jesus.
Yeah, I stopped paying attention.
That's okay. Because I would imagine it's like, that's probably the way to get really good at speedrunning, like a Mega Man game would be like, well, do Buster only.
Yeah, there definitely is. Like low percentage type runs. Not necessarily like making it your main thing, because not everything will transfer over, but essentially...
Right.
Having done it enough, and that's why I'm a big advocate for actually doing no resets, not be like, oh, I'm gonna do low resets, like anything like that. It's like, no, actually commit to streams where all you do is no reset runs, no matter how shitty that timer looks.
Right.
Because the more that you do that, the more that you fail, the better you are as a speedrunner, particularly with your individual game. It really, truly is not about how many times you play well.
Yep.
It's about reacting to all the times you play poorly, because if you're always waiting for the perfect pattern and you always play well, you will eventually get that run.
Yeah.
But if you want any consistency, you want to run in marathons, you want to do that stuff, you better embrace those fuck-ups.
Yep. Oh my god. This game needs more spread shot.
It does. That it's a part of, again, why it is that I still adore the game even as a gunner, but my preference is largely with the ninjas.
Yeah.
It feels weird to say that this run and gun game it feels like it was built for not gunning.
Yeah. It's kind of true though. Buster Only was fun for you as a kid, and I think it was excellently the start to speedrunning. Nice.
I think challenge runs were my introduction into speedrunning. So I think I would categorize Buster Only as a challenge run as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yo, Acid Wizard.
Yo, welcome the hell on in, Acid. Welcome the hell on in, folks from Acid Stream. I don't know why the alerts aren't popping for raids anymore. They had been last night, and then they stopped, and I don't understand it. I don't understand why my shit don't work. I wonder if it's a Twitch thing.
Maybe. Sometimes their browser source support and everything like that, just they decide every once in a while where it's like, no, we're gonna fuck with all this shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good game, Acid. It's fun. Thanks for the shout out, Miku.
I encourage everybody here to purchase this game.
Yeah, it's a fun one. I've really been enjoying my time with it. Biomutant. You'd have to tell me about that one. I am not familiar with Biomutant. Sometimes I do the things. Sir, you died.
Yeah, I am going full sloppy slops on this.
Good. I like it when you're sloppy. Oh, that's right. We're still there's still things happening here.
Now I remember why you want to whip for this part.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
There you go.
Nope. Hey! I died in one.
Double KO. What counts?
Oh, my
Still
leg is
counts?
cramping up. God damn it.
Oh yeah, do you want to take your break?
Oh. Yeah, no, that's a great idea. I need to pee. It's an open world game where you're a furry little mutant. There's a weapon crafting system, some cool customization mounts. Like, oh, that sounds fun. Hell yeah, that sounds cool, dude. That sounds like a lot of fun. Biomutant. I'll have to look into that. Right, yeah, no, let's take a quick break. I gotta pee. And now I need a snack, especially after all that great ass stretching talk we had earlier. Alright, I will be right back. Okay. I was able to just test it now and trigger a test raid through Streamlabs, and that seemed to work. No, we didn't actually just get raided by 547 people from me. But yeah, I refreshed the cache because I had 2 raids last night that didn't trigger the alert either, and that was really weird.
So bizarre.
Because I wanna show the appreciation to those that raid, because it's awesome. Oh yeah, we gotta coordinate that bridge crossing.
Yeah.
The bridge crossing is maybe the worst.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a setup for failure kind of moment.
It definitely does. It's like, hey, you want to play this co-op? Look at what we did. Enjoy playing with a friend now.
Yeah, still think friends are cool.
Try this bridge.
I always forget how much I hate the grenades until I start using them again.
They're kind of cool. Like, they're not good everywhere, that's for sure. There's definitely spots where the grenades do not work. Oh no! I thought I made the jump. I did not. Like on the level with the train, the grenades are actually really hard to use. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone, Robo. No!
Oh no, I forgot that happened. I thought I'd go through the platform, not roll off of it.
Nope. Yeah, I've made that mistake a lot of times, pushing down and jump on the platforms. Like, a ridiculous amount of times. Because all my training from every other game has prepared me to have that not be a problem. Oops, I did it again. And nominated for Worst Gaming Partner, Bonnie G.
Deborah, what helped you accomplish this award? So don't just be a piece of shit.
Every time my friend wanted to make it across the bridge, I collapsed it in front of him. It's been
totally intentional. I make it look like an accident every time I meant to do that.
Yep. It's been an absolute honor to receive this award. Thank you. And I gotta learn what actually collapses on this segment and what doesn't. I guess it's probably just the little pieces. Oh, that was cute.
I can nail that. No notes.
Oh, it's any of the ones that look rickety. I see.
Rickety.
Oh! Oh, he has a melee attack. That was different. Well, I got a melee attack too, motherfucker. Get meleeed. No! Oh, he tried to uppercut me, but I killed myself anyway. I'll show you.
I was playing another running gun, so I'm trying to get used to the movement. Like, some of my dodging and the way that I'm responding is like, if I was back to grinding this game, it would be natural for me, but switching the controller and not having grinded this while simultaneously playing Cuphead,
Oh, God.
it's like everything is throwing me off right now.
Yeah. It is really hard to bop between different running guns.
Well, it was even like, that was one of the things that I remember preparing for 1 to 11 that surprised me as much as it did. But subtle mechanic changes throw you off so much in that marathon.
Yeah.
Like, even when it comes to simple shit that you wouldn't even think about. People who don't run the games would never think about it. But, like, so Mega Man 5, you can't slide and jump if you're touching a ladder. If you do, you just keep sliding. Whereas the other games, you can slide and jump on ladders. So, like, you play Mega Man 4 right before that, you can slide and jump while you're on the ladder. No big deal. Whereas as soon as it is that you touch a ladder, you're not able to jump out of your slide anymore in Mega Man 5. The amount of deaths or screen wraps or, you know, mistakes that are made because you think that you're going to be able to hop onto the ladder is insane. And so it's like all of those little things are, you know, you finally get used to that. And then 6, you can go back to doing that. But 6, you can't jump out of slides. You have to cancel slides by either a jump press or turning in the other direction.
What?
And meanwhile, you've just spent 3 games prior not doing that.
And
if you're only playing Mega Man 6, you don't even think about that. That's on lock. But when you don't do it, but that will wind up changing when you play. So Mega Man 5, if you slide underwater, you can't jump out of your slide. Mega Man 5 you can. Mega Man 4 you can't. So it's like, you know, all of those little things keep adding up.
That's so weird and fucky. Like, that doesn't even... I don't even understand. Like to have a thing and then change it back and forth like that, where it's just like, man, why would you even change it? Why would you make that switch? All these games look the same. They mostly play the same. They mostly feel the same. Why would you do that? Nobody asked for that change. Nobody was looking for that change. Why the hell you do that?
100%.
I do not like the flow of this boss fight without the ninjas.
It's hard. It's very annoying.
It is, like, just the screen slowly, constantly advancing, and then having to pivot, turn back to shoot. Like, it's gross.
Oh, totally deceptive. Like, it's funny to say, and it's like, it's not an excuse. It's an actual reason that it's like, oh, why are you screwing up in Mega Man 5? And it's like, because I played Mega Man 4.
Yeah.
Like, that's a legit...
It makes sense, too. Like, I can see why that would be a problem. Ah, fuck. I'm taking a life. Just so I can lose it right away. Oh, I did, too. Wow. Where did I even spawn in? The fuck? This is a good jam in this one.
For sure.
Well, that's like really nuanced tech, though. Like, I'm getting to the point where I'm about to... Like, that's the next thing I'm going to do is, like, once I'm done with Castlevania Deathless, I still have other shit I want to do in Castlevania 4. But, like, the next thing I want to do is run through the Legacy series. Which is going to be 1 through 6.
That collection, yeah.
But I don't know that I'm going to experience that because I'm not running it. I'm just playing it. I don't know that those things will hinder me as much.
No, you don't think of them the same way. Like, there will still be things where you're just like, oh shit, I wish I could do this. Like, that's actually... a friend of mine, like Canadian Dial-Up, him and I did a gift exchange and he got me Armored Core last year. And the newest Armored Core, I'm actually... Like, now I'm enjoying it, but initially it really pissed me off because I played the other games for hundreds of hours, so I had like certain expectations as to how they should play and what I enjoyed and all that sort of stuff. And I am amazed at how many little things are pissing me off. Like, even just something as subtle as not being able to jump off of buildings anymore. Like, you can't wall jump.
Really?
And it's something where it's like, if you... So for him, he only played Armored Core 6, so he didn't give a shit. He just, here's the tutorial, here's the mechanics. And, oh, okay, cool, this is what you do. And then I'm like, why can't I jump off of buildings? Where's my building jump? Why are you doing this to me? So I have that, I'm going in with that expectation, and it's like, it's hindering my experience because I'm like, I'm now defaulting to, in a game that's completely unrelated, here are things I expect this game to be able to do.
Sure.
And because I played it at such high level, because Armored Core Verdict Day was back when I had time to be able to actually dedicate, like, it was prior to being married and kid and all that sort of stuff. I had time to be able to just, like, the squad's online, let's play some games. So I was on the top team in the world for Verdict Day. So it's like, I spent time with that game. So as soon as anything started being different from my expectations playing 6, it's like, yeah, this ain't right. But if I had just played through the campaign casually, put my 10 hours in, like a normal person,
Right.
I wouldn't be playing 6. I'd just like, oh, you can't wall jump anymore. No big deal.
Yeah. Kitsu, yes, you probably did miss some shenanigans. I can't think of which ones specifically. I don't know, there's more talk about ass stretching. I don't know if that... I don't know if that does for you.
Buttholes. Buttholes.
Exactly.
We are a
Open the mail
nation that
slot.
just recently
Uh-oh.
heard that
Whatever you
Saudi
want
Arabia and
inside.
Russia will repeat your...
No!
You were set up for failure.
I was.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Give it a second.
Yeah, wait.
It's gotta think. There we go. No! Oh my god. Oh my god, the lag. It keeps like almost...
Yeah, it's doing a thing. It's even lagging on my end.
Oh,
so it's not
no.
just the U thing. Like, it's just, this game has decided to shit the bricks.
It's better now, I think, though. Just needed to catch its breath a little bit. It was like, oh, a new controller has entered my program. Oh. Ooh woo. Insert me. Ooh woo.
Oh my goodness.
So close. There we go.
Yeah, I'm being reminded of what irritates me about this run. So, like, you go to stage 3, get the speed bot right away, and you don't lose the speed bot or the P weapon. That is the gunner speed run.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
And now I'm remembering why it is that I stopped running the category.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's interesting how sometimes that pressure like that of, like, this is all or nothing sort of thing, sometimes it just pushes you to crush, and then other times it is such a demotivator.
Oh yeah, sometimes pushes you to crush, other times crushes you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you're on and
we
you're
found the
dialed
sweet
in,
spot.
and you're making it happen, like, that shit feels
Oh.
good.
Yeah.
Nothing like it.
100%.
But when it ain't on, goddamn.
Yeah, the ain't on feels way more soul crushing at that point. That's why, like, so even when I was considering, I realized that I'm much more content being bad at the game, so I don't want to. But when I was thinking of running SMB3, like, I would want to be doing the ideal strats, and I realized that it's like the only way for me to actually enjoy running that game, because so many things are like, you get this Hammer Brothers suit and you make it last till this level, otherwise this ain't happening.
Right.
Like, there's just so much pressure on that sort of stuff that it's like, I would play as only small Mario. That would be my category.
Right.
Just because that would be the only way where I would make that pressure removed, because there would be a consistency. Because you're always small Mario, so you always get to practice in small Mario, and you still get to do fun tech and do things. So it's not
Right.
like, it's not like a low percent category in the respect that it's like, I just feel like an asshole about this. I want a free world record.
Right.
Like, there's a lot of legitimate cool stuff, and it kind of gives that little bit of a sigh of relief.
That was the really tricky part about doing the any % run for that game, because you have moments where it's like, oh, you have to have Fire Flower and you have to keep it. Otherwise, your run's mostly fucked. And it's like, sometimes there's backup Fire Flowers, but it's like, once you get to a certain PB, it's just like, oh, lost it. Well,
you only have one way to play this game.
Can't PB now. And that's the stuff that always kills me with speedrunning, because it's just like, there's too many strats that you get into where it's kind of like, exactly, like that big church fart. That's what it feels like.
Yeah, 100% Decepti. Well, and that's where oh, get the bell. Get the fuck out of here.
Do you want the honors? Yeah. Got him.
Oh. Miku is on it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, shits! Creepy shits!
Thank you, Miku. You want the best followers? You want the best follows? We get you the best follows. Hey, kid, you want the best follows? Real good follows. Real good. Fuck does that even mean?
Where, like, I think about for a while I was actually DMing with Deceptic about this, because there was like a mutual person that we both know that is just like, I wanted to be able to race them an alien soldier. Like, it was something where I was like, man, I really, really want this. And I think it'd be really cool for like a marathon or something like that to be able to race Alien Soldier, because it's such an obscure game for most people, but it's like such a stellar game. There's so much that's
it's
so
a cool
lovely
fucking
about it.
game. Yeah, I've watched people play it. It's neat.
But then I started speedrunning it, and that's when it was like one of those moments where I just had that realization that it's like, if I speedrun this game, I'm going to hate it.
Yeah.
Because of that type of pressure, because most of the run is collect the weapon so you can get better ammo for certain critical moments, but the whole thing is get to the boss with full health and use the Phoenix attack.
Yep.
And if you fucked up, then prepare for a very long battle. Like, everything is lined up in such a specific way that you essentially, it feels like you can't even like no reset run it. There's not really a safe way to play it. It's like, well, you screwed up, so enjoy the 10-minute time loss.
Yeah.
And it's too soul crushing, and I realized that it's like, I practiced it, I learned it, I know about it. I've since forgotten it because it doesn't take me long to forget shit.
Oh yeah.
But I was able to do it, and it's like, okay, I can say I can do it, but I'm never actually going to do it.
Right.
I just sat here and I learned some tricks.
Right. Follow this, holds crotch. That's right.
Want that, like, well, you lost fire, Mario. Reset.
Yeah.
I know it's 40 minutes in, but you know, better luck next time.
Yeah. Yeah. That's always the bummer about some of those. Like, I don't know. I was thinking about that the other day too, where it's just like the tech is too optimized for so many games, where it's just like, it would have been such magic to be like participating in the glory days of running, where like no one was doing it.
Established.
Yeah, no, like deeply established tech, nothing but possibility ahead. Not that it's just like, give me a free world record, but just like when the shit was like, I don't know, it was all possibilities. It's like there's so much known with, I guess, and I'm talking specifically about retro, I guess. Because, you know, there's always new games coming out, but it's like there's so many games to speedrun. It's, I don't know, it's like...
Getting in at the ground level is a much more enjoyable experience, especially because then the expectations aren't there. There's still discovery. There's so much to just goof around with. Whereas, like, if you speedrun SMB3 right now, the odds of somebody actually finding new tech, like new tech, is basically zero.
Right.
It's not gonna happen. It's just refinement. And we're just looking to shave frames off now, and it's just gross.
Yeah. It's super gross. I think
Yeah, speedrunning RPGs is weird. I think speedrunning RPGs is fun when you have something to adapt to. Speedrunning RPGs where essentially you're following somebody's text walkthrough and there's nothing else to do. It kind of is going to this whole conversation that we're having right now. The same as action games. It's like when everything's established and set up, speedrunning an RPG is essentially you just going through the text document they wrote. It's like you just keep doing it faster and memorize more of it. Not fun.
No.
At all.
Well, and then you hit a point with RPG speedrunning too, where it's just like, all right, let's play. Who wants to play fast menuing?
Yeah.
I mean, like people do it. I'm not knocking them. I just it's zero appeal. Like I no desire. No, thank you.
Oh yeah, like I like watching it. Like I watch a lot of the times when I start work, just because of the time zone differences in Japan and everything like that. I get morning work where I watch Sigil grind Dragon Quest 3. Dragon Quest 3 is a top favorite game of mine. I adore the Dragon Quest games, and it's like it's fun to be able to see on repeat and be able to see Dragon Quest 3 in 3 hours when it's like a 70-hour game.
Right.
Cool. I'll never do it myself.
Right. Speed menuing for food. Truth. Oh.
Oh. What?
Oh, and then I died there. Come on.
Got him.
Oh. I don't like this sassy dog elephant. I'm not stealing any more lives. I did as much damage as I can do.
I didn't mind speedrunning Pokemon. I learned Fire Red, but there was a lot to adapt to. And I just like Pokemon.
Yeah.
It didn't bother me. But even then, there was still a limit. Like, the idea of refining playing Pokemon Fire Red sounds like lazy. Especially because I did it Manipless. I refuse to learn a frame perfect Manip to get a perfect DV Pokemon.
No.
Zero joy. Sounds like misery.
I don't know, part of it feels like it's just like, man, are we getting old, or is it just like we're just getting real about what's worth our time at this point?
Oh, I have such limited time, it's totally just real talk. Prioritizing. Well, and especially because, like, when I think about that, where it's like, it takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot of time, it takes physical effort, mental effort, and all that sort of stuff, and I'm like, okay, should I refine this speed game for some reason, or should I go to bed earlier and wake up at 6 so I can exercise and take care of myself?
Right.
It's like the answer is, you know.
Yeah. Take care of yourself.
Well, especially as somebody who's like immunocompromised, has Crohn's, has arthritis, I can't let that shit. Like I just can't sit by.
Right.
Idly.
No.
So when you get in there, don't move and just shoot up, and then only jump over the attacks. Because there's the perfect pixel that you stay on that the laser won't hurt you. You just aim up, and then shoot over what the robots shoot at you. It's kind of neat. Suikoden 1 and 2 are really, really good.
No! I didn't push over. I must have got hit by a...
You got hit by one of the bullets. But you can still see what I mean.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
That's neat.
But it only lines up in single player. It doesn't line up in co-op.
Ah, sure. Makes sense. I get it.
Yeah, Suikoden 2 is definitely one of my favorite RPGs. It's such a good game.
Everybody talks about that one a lot. I've never checked it out. I'm gonna have to do that at some
Lots of
point.
great music, compelling story. It's a shorter game as well. So it's nice to be able to play an RPG where it's like I have played an RPG start to finish and I sunk in 20 hours. I didn't have to sink in
Right.
Persona level. I just sat and listened to people chat for 17 hours and then I finally got to do my first battle. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. The main villain of that game, I think that they did really well writing in the character where it's like they actually made it feel like a menacing character, like a realistically menacing character. It was done really well. I really like Luca Blight is one of the best RPG villains that's ever been put into an RPG. I would argue.
I'm gonna put you into an RPG.
And shoot me into a gaping ass.
Oh, they came out the same year. That's interesting.
That was such a wild era for games when it was just like there was that push for 3D and 2D at the same time, and those late SNES releases.
Nice.
And like we saw a lot of that when there was that transition between the NES and the SNES, and then it's just like they finally fully understood the NES, and like the late games that they put in there is just like, holy shit, this is some top tier female crap.
Yeah.
And the same thing started happening with the SNES too, which was super cool.
No. I'd like to complain to a dev about the spawns on the platforms.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Don't think I care, but
No, he shouldn't care. Oh no! I got ballsy. Old ballsy Vonnie G. Wow, okay. I'm gonna lose all my cool guns now.
such a cool gun.
No, I thought I would be able to go under it. God damn it. That's fine. I didn't want to keep the cool gun anyway. I hate the cool gun. I like the stupid gun.
I hate fun. Fun's stupid.
Yeah, I don't want fun. Take your fun and shove it up your ass. I don't want
I can fit in there.
it. It would do okay.
Oh no!
Great, now you lost the gun
All
you
to
don't
you.
even like.
All to you, I believe.
I don't, but thank you.
I actually don't. I just wanted to encourage you.
Good. No! I was doing okay.
You were close there. You're doing good. I mean, you threw it all away, but
Yeah,
you know.
no, right in the fucking ass garbage.
Right in the tutor.
Well, you should probably take the P weapon, because I'm just going to squander it.
Oh, I know how to take the key.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you for cracking that rat. Oh! I'm dying repeatedly. I can't tell where I'm coming in. There we go.
That's what he said.
Oh! What?
There's your P.
Oh, I got my PP now.
No, we got double P.
Oh, god
double,
damn it. I don't care for this
double
part.
dong action.
No!
Oh, hello.
I was
Never seen that before.
That was neat. That was different. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, what the hell? Why did I do that?
Oh my god.
Yeah, they had those ports, and then later ones had a port. Wasn't it on
Oh
the
my
back? I thought
God.
it was underneath.
I'm done. This is you. This fight is you. I just walked off the edge with my PP.
Yeah, I thought it was underneath.
I always thought it was really neat when the consoles had like the extra bonus ports, and like it filled my young mind with wonder, like, whoa, what could I plug into this? What other
Yeah, what
technology
plans
could
do
I
they have?
connect?
The PS2, the fat PS2 with the gargantuan gap in it.
Yeah.
This is, as I'm sitting here with this pea shooter, is definitely one of those, this is why it is that I don't like the gunners a lot of the time moments.
Yeah.
When I have the P weapon, magical.
Yeah, the stock weapon kind of sucks.
That was one of the things that when I was like giving feedback on this game, I said, and it's a common thing. There's this weird thing with certain running guns where they decide that the P wet, like the whatever your P shooter is, should be worse than it needs to be.
Right.
Whereas like I think about Super C, for example, like you can use your base weapon and actually do reasonably well. Contra Hardcore, you can use your machine gun and it's like it's good.
Yeah.
Obviously, your special weapons are way nicer, but it's like it's not a useless weapon by any means.
Right.
In fact, there's strategy to it. Whereas this, it's like when you look at this versus the P weapon, it is not anywhere close to any sort of league.
No, the P weapon is like orders of magnitude more powerful. And what's kind of comical about it too is that it's like what's funny about it is that like the base weapon, it's like you're almost being penalized because like if all you have left is the base weapon and you're doing the boss fight, now you're seeing more and more difficult phases where if you go in with the powerful weapon, it's like you don't even experience the full fight.
Yeah. We're gonna die anyway.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, it's weird. It was ecto cooler, and Phanto went swimming in it and turned it red. I mean, this is still a great game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not.
No, I get it. You can still love a game and find faults with it.
Yeah.
Well, and even that's kind of interesting right here is because like the default with the ninjas is like, yeah, of course get the defense. Whereas just now I'm like, man, maybe the P weapon would actually be more useful.
Yeah.
But like you're likely just gonna get hit and lose it, so probably not. But you could also probably melt the boss faster if you did. So
right. Yeah, it's hard to say. I don't feel like I know what the right answer is.
Yeah, yeah. Well, if you're good, the answer is the P weapon.
Right.
If you're sloppy slops like we are right now, then no, get the defense.
Right. Well, and then if you have
Oh.
the ninjas, like, you're just awesome right off the bat, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You've always essentially got a built-in P weapon. I mean, I get it. That's the whole point. Beat the game, get the better characters, play it again. I get it. I see what they did there. Oops. That's... God damn it. Whatever. Hate this fucking game now.
Never gonna play it again.
Nope.
Rip.
Had a good run. This is it. We're done. Oh, Jesus. God. Maybe
Always
you...
wanted to learn Donkey Kong Country co-op.
Ooh, yeah? That'd be fun. I mean, no, I'm not done with this. But yes. That also.
Well, seriously, I'm done with this.
I don't... Okay, sure. Sure. Cut his face apart. No! I gotta learn to get the hell out of there for that.
No problem.
King K. Rool does back in. Donkey Kong games are so much fucking fun.
Unless it's Donkey Kong Country 2, in which case I disagree with everyone.
I don't think I've ever played enough of it to have a solid opinion. Baba, how you doing? No?
I find that sort of thing interesting where, like, with Donkey Kong Country 2 is, like, I constantly, whenever it is that I shit talk that game, which is a lot, I do shit talk a lot.
You do.
Is, like, I find it interesting how sometimes in those moments where it's like, I know I'm not just trying to do a bit. Like, I'm not just trying to be an asshole about it or anything like that. Because some people make hating on games and doing that stuff their identity.
Oh,
it especially
absolutely.
became popular after the angry video game nerd that it's like, oh, everything's gotta be cranky. Everything, oh, but it's like, it's annoying. It's annoying as a personality.
Right. It really is.
So it's not something where I'm like trying to go out of my way to do it. It's just like I genuinely have tried to enjoy Donkey Kong Country 2. I really, really, truly have, and I don't want to make my identity hating that game, but I hate it. I hate it so much. And every time I play it, I hate it more. Every time I think about it, I hate it more. And every time I try to compliment it, I just find more things to get annoyed about it. And it's like, man, I feel like I'm missing something, but I know I'm not.
You gotta be true to
I'm
yourself,
not
man.
wavering in it because I know that I don't like the game.
Right.
It's like, yeah, I lean into my Mega Man X3 bit of me complaining about that game, but man, I seriously do hate that fucking game.
And that's fair. No, no, no. Idiot. Oh my god.
Rhino.
Tunnel Rhino.
It's a bad song. It's Tunnel Rhino.
Yeah, AVGN. I remember being so amused by that the first few times I saw it. And like, nothing against the dude. Like, but...
Yeah, do your thing. You're making your money. You're making people happy, whatever. But it's just, I can't.
Well, it was a one-trick pony, and then everybody was like, I'm also AVGN.
Yeah. Especially there's the dude, the irate gamer.
Yeah.
Who's like, it wasn't even just, I'm stealing from the AVGN and just being cranky and being like, haha, look how cranky I am. But it's like, I'm straight up stealing everything about this.
Yep. Larceny was committed.
Oh, 100%. That's Twitch. Well, I think only VGN versus new. I remember trying to watch one of the new ones, and I'm like, I bet you as soon as it is that I start this video, it's gonna be like, oh, you know, let's get angry, shit, piss, fuck, toilet ass. But first, let's hear from ExpressVPN. And I made that joke, and then he promoted ExpressVPN, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
But first, a few words from our friends at Express. Oh, I died.
And it's like, it's one thing back when it was just like, it was just some dude with a camera doing a goofy thing. Haha, look at me, I'm yelling at Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde kind of thing, whatever. But then when it became the job, that's when it became just, this is just, it's too much.
It was charming at first, because it was different.
Yeah, and that's exactly it.
And then you become a caricature of yourself.
Many of those types of things. It's like whenever it is that you see something where it's just like, you see that with meme trends, where the first person who's just like, oh yeah, here's a picture of Taylor Swift taking her jet to the other side of her jet. And it's like, kind of funny, environmental destruction, whatever.
Right.
And then when every single person, all they can do is make memes about Taylor Swift flying her jet onto the other end of the jet, and you're just like, I got it.
Yeah.
And we move on. Please. Anything else. I don't care what it is. Just anything.
Right. But no.
Oh, I have a weapon now.
Yeah, I wanted you to have it because I would squander it 100%. I mean, you might squander it as well, but you'll look cooler squandering it than I will. I think I'm officially getting to that point of the playthrough where I'm occasionally losing track of which one I am, which I shouldn't because the sprites are totally different. No!
Yeah, Internet Cloud is just so gross. And the thing is when I say these types of things, like, I say it from a point where it's like, I understand it. I get why people do it. And I also get it from, like, a financials perspective, and I also get it from it's like, say when I'm critical of MLMs, for example, because I am immensely critical of those frickin' things. I kept getting tricked by them. Like, it's easy to. Especially because of how many of them are so manipulative and don't look that way. I'm getting sleepy, I can tell.
Yeah, same.
I'm gonna actually dial in here.
Oh, it's all you. I'm out. YouTubers in the toy community straight up make shit up and call it rumors nowadays. That's gross. Well, there's just only so much to do. There's only so much you can, like, cover. You hit a point where it's just like everybody's trying to capitalize on the magic that once was. And it's just like we've explored all facets of the magic. It's time to move on. We can't keep just rehashing the same shit forever. You gotta move past.
Yeah.
All right. I think if we focus, I think we can actually get through this. Uh-oh, did you disconnect?
Uh-oh. It crashed. Okay, let's give it a sec.
Yo, Rabby.
Well,
it's your choice of the adult one.
I find it interesting with that sort of stuff. Oh shit, it won't work at all. My controller's still connected and everything is fine.
You're flexing really hard right now.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
I
go.
can do it on keyboard, I guess. Well, I'm willing to try this once on keyboard, but
Okay.
I really, really, really doubt that this is gonna happen now.
Yeah, this probably ain't it, but that's okay.
Because I have no idea how to dodge or lock in or
Right.
anything like that.
Yeah, all the essentials.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god. It's like the entire purpose of me playing is to die. Time to go balls out. Oh, that was the P weapon. It's gone now. Kill us! Alright. This ain't gonna be it. No. Not with the controller not working. This is not a keyboard game.
No, and it's one thing if back when I used to game running guns and stuff like that on keyboard, but I don't do that anymore.
No. But what we will do is, well, let's talk a little bit here. So, we're done with tonight's stream. That's it.
Ninja next time.
Tonight's stream is done. Tomorrow's stream is going to be more of my own personal hell, which it's not really hell. Like, I do really enjoy Castlevania 4. However, I, in the worst way ever, need to fucking beat that goddamn game deathless. It needs to happen.
It consumes.
I need it. I need the win. But in the meantime, we're gonna raid a friend. Let's take a peek and see if Strimmer is still strimming. Boop. Watch some of the toy reviews. Yeah, I mean, there's still decent people out there making decent content, but there's so many, like, there was a heyday for a lot of that content, and that time is just gone. Speaking of Donkey Kong Crunchy 2, Lexi is playing that, doing some retro achieving, and that's where we're gonna go.
Nice, I'm gonna ban them.
Lexi is an amazing human being and a very enjoyable streamer to watch.
No, totally banning them for playing such a shit game.
Oh my god. Anyway, so that's where we're gonna
watch
go.
it too, Decepti.
I'm gonna roll them damn credits. We'll be back tomorrow with more Castlevania, and I'll see y'all then. Have a damn good night. Catch y'all across the internet verse. Have a good one.